Welcome to LS589. This is Applied Web Technologies in Libraries, and we are in the summer 2, the session number 2 in 2017. I'm going to be your professor. My name is Simon Aristiguela Trilos. So, welcome to this class. Um, Let me go over the D2L so you know where all the resources are and what activities and assignments we're going to do this short semester. Remember, this is only 5 weeks, so my advice for you is that you start working from the get-go, from today. Let's go to the content area. As you can see here on this side of the screen, I have not divided the table of content by weeks, but by modules or components. I think components would be the best word to define them. So we have the syllabus, we have homework, required readings, DV participation, final exam, and PowerPoints. Let's go and open the syllabus. Okay. Of course, this is summer 2017, LS589, Applied Web Technologies, and this class is for 3 credits. We will have class from June 5th to July 7th. Here is my contact information, but the best way to ask me questions and contact me is through D2L, and I'll show you where you can post your questions. But if you want to talk to me personally, you can email me and we can set up a meeting and I will call you. Okay? There is not required textbook, but we will be doing some readings of journal articles and other websites. Okay, here what we plan to do, the objective of this class or the description of the class is a studies the application and use of emerging web tech content and technologies in diverse library settings. And we have 3 learning objectives. Understand and awareness of issues faced by librarians regarding the use and application of information technologies. Understand the use of information and web technologies to offer a better services and collection access to patrons. Appreciate the professional and academic literature on web technologies library applications. Develop and create effective library service and programs using web technologies. Okay? These are the guidelines for written work, and I think one of the homeworks you will be required to do a report, and we will go into that in a few moments. If you need to cite, please make sure you use APA. And if you need to format your paper, also use APA formatting. So this is how I'm going to grade, and these are the activities. We have 7 discussion boards, and you can be awarded a maximum of 5 points. But you need to read instructions on how to interact to get full credit. And we will see that in a moment. Then we have homework 1, and this is serving web technologies applications in library. This is only happened once, and you can be awarded up to a maximum of 20 points. Then we'll do a web page development, and I will explain that later this week because we probably will use Word or a similar software as an HTML editor, and the idea is that you develop a web page. So we'll award a maximum of 15 points, and then you will have to develop your own social media site, and you will post a link, and we I mean yeah we your me and the students will able to see what you are posting in that media and social media site. It can be Twitter, it can be Facebook, anything that you would like to develop. In the past, we have many things that people have developed, and they keep on adding content, and they are having a lot of fun, and they are also disseminating very good library information. Finally, we will, and you can get a maximum of 20 points. Finally, we will have a final exam, and that's 10 points. This is how I grade, and this is the grade scale. Okay, and here are the topics. So the idea is to explore what web technologies we have in the libraries, okay? And I'm going to ask you in assignment number one to do a report on a library. This class is mostly geared towards studying social media and how we can use social media to disseminate information from the library, either for marketing or to inform our patrons of what's going on in the library. Please make sure you read very carefully the syllabus. I'm not going to go to every little detail, but make sure you do it. Okay, let's go to the table of content and let's go to homework. In homework, we have the instructions for H1, H2, and H3. So let's go to H1, which is the first homework that you got to do. Okay, these are the instructions. You will be visiting your closest library. If you're not close to any library, you can also visit a library website. Okay, and the idea is that you scan, observe, and ask questions about information technology, digital and web-based, available to patrons. That okay? So you go to the library and see what web technologies are there. Some examples of web technologies: the OPAC. This is, of course, the public access catalog, an ebook collection, a serial collection, academic database or other type of database, digital reference. If they do have, they may use a digital reference. They may use remote digital reference where you can ask questions. Integrated library system. This is a system that libraries use to manage the library. So go to your library and try to see what web technologies they're currently using. And maybe they're using social media too, maybe they're using Facebook, maybe they're using Twitter or any other social media. So, and I want you to describe to the best of your ability and think yourself as someone who is looking to the ITs for the first time. Some of the guiding questions are: what are the names of these web technologies? How do they work? How can I use them? How do I know how how to use them? What are they for? How can I make my information search more efficient? These are only few guiding questions. You may come up with other questions and you have to report on those questions. You will have to write a report using your own words. Please do not cite any literature, just your experience visiting the library. This report may be around 5 pages long. Some people will have more information and more content and will go over 5 pages. That's fine too. But I'm thinking that for summer, 5 page is more than enough on the web technologies that you find in your closest library. If you cannot physically go to the library, then go and access a library website. And of course, a library website is a web technology by itself. Okay? Okay, this is the first homework. And once you finish the homework, you're going to submit the homework here by clicking here or by going to communication discussions. And you go here, you go down the page, and you go where it says homework. And this is where you're going to submit your report. Okay? Please take into consideration that the due date for the report is July 7th at the end of the semester. Why do I do this at the end of this short session? Because it's a very short session. If we were doing, if you have taken a class with me, you know I have due date for every assignment. In the case of summer, I let things be more flexible. So you will have till July 7th to turn in your report. My advice is that do not wait till the last moment to do this. Start visiting your library this week so you can do a great report on the library's web technologies. Remember, I am concerned with your learning. You don't do homeworks for me. You do them for yourself. Okay? So take that into consideration. Okay, let's go back to content. Okay, instructions for H2. There are no instructions yet because I'm designing this homework as we speak. Soon it will be posted. But again, once you complete this homework and you have the instructions, you go to discussions and you go where it says homework, and this is where you are going to submit your web page. Due date, the same, the last day of class. Or the, I don't know if it's the last day of class, but one of the last days of class. So July 7th. Uh, do not, once you have the instructions for H2, do not wait till the last moment to develop the web page. I want you to learn. I want you to develop. I want you to play. This is a fun class. This is not a class to get a good grade. This is a class for you to learn web technologies. Okay? And I will be posting the instructions on how to complete H2. H3, here are the instructions. And I want you to create a social media website or technology. And choose a social media web technology according to the following criteria. One that you have never managed before. Two, one that you feel would contribute to either a library or your own professional development. And here is the key. You can do it for your library and you can do it for yourself. If you do it for yourself, let's say you want to do a blog. I want a blog. Fine, you can use Blogger, for example, or you can use any other tool. And once you develop that blog, do it for yourself, something that will go beyond this class. If you want to do Twitter, do something that goes beyond this class because it will be very useful for your own professional development. So you create content and you disseminate content um, through the web to other people. Okay. C, one that you feel you will be using and updating in the future. That's why it's so important to find a that's why I'm asking you to do it either for the library or for your own professional development. Three, launch and add content to the social media of your choosing. I'm gonna let you choose whatever. Explore, and this is for you again. This is not for me. This is for you. Explore adding, deleting, editing content and media types. You want to put pictures, you want to put sound, you want to put video, put everything that you can on your social media site. Explore as much as possible and have fun. I want to emphasize this. I do it every semester, but I have to do it in the summertime, especially in this class. These three assignments or three homeworks are designed for you to have a hands-on experience. It's not that before in the past I used to have for like a lit review, not anymore because I don't think that's it's not worth it for this class. For other classes, yes, but for web technologies, we have to do something hands-on. So please develop a site, a social media site, and add content, have fun, disseminate information, create content. Okay. Once you have that done, you go to communications and discussions and post that in H3 here, link to social media site. The due date is July 7th. Do not wait for July 7th because I want this to be a ongoing process. So if you can create your social media site today, just do it right now and start adding and put the link there so I can go and your fellow classmates can go and see what you're doing in your social media site. Do not wait till the last moment. Let's become very active doing these three homeworks and start disseminating information. That's what I want you to do. That's what we librarians must do because we have to encourage our customers, our clients, uh, our patrons to visit our library and to use our resources. One way to do this is to reach the community through social media, but you have to be active. So this is a beginning for you. If maybe you have done it before, that's fine. Develop a new Instagram, whichever social media web technology you haven't used, do it for this class. You want to develop a blog, do a blog, whichever works for you, but be active, adding, deleting, editing content. Okay, so here is where you're going to we're not using the assignment Dropbox. We're using here. Why am I using this? Because I want you to share your work with your classmates. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the content area. We have required readings. Here is a list of required readings. Okay, and you're going to ask me, how do I know what should I read first or second? Very easily. You go to communications, you go to discussions again, and as you will see here, we have what is called graded participation, and we have topics. We have 7 topics. Okay, in these 7 topics, I have listed what you have to read in order to answer uh, the discussion board. We have the same thing here. As you can see, everyone has a due date of July 7th, but do not wait till the last moment. Start working right away in DB1 this week because there are 7 of them and we only have 5 weeks. So you have to at least tackle 2 a week. Okay? Now, how do I get full credit for my participation? Well, you have to post first your own comments, and then you have to make a comment on somebody else's post. If you do that, that's called full participation. You get 5 points. If you don't do that, but only you post only once, you get 3 points. So you know from day number 1 how to participate, and it's up to you. Okay. One thing that I have in my class, and if you have been in my class, I treat everyone as an adult. So if you want to get full credit, if you want to go and get an A, do it. That's what I. But do it because you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's up to you. You know the consequence of one behavior or the other. But I don't have to be reminding you of what to do because you're an adult. Of course, in my classes, most everybody gets good grades because I try to encourage working. But again, the assignments, the readings are not for me, are for you. Okay, let's see the content area. Back to the content area. Okay, we have DV participation. It's the same thing. You can read it here, and it tells you what you must read to answer those participation. And then we will have a final exam. And the final exam will open on July 2nd and will remain open till July 7th. And we have some PowerPoints that I have prepared in the past that I will be posting a video just like the one that I'm doing. And also I will be posting other new videos. Okay, let me go to the home page. Here I have tell you what to do today. I told you to read the syllabus, to introduce yourself, to read the first DV, to get your readings. Um, if you there is in required readings, you will see the full citation, and to follow the instructions to get full credit. And whenever you're ready, please complete it. And I said that I'm going to post a video. And please, if you use Twitter, you can follow me here because I like to add content to this class and to my and I also like to disseminate information through Twitter. I use it for professional information, mostly about libraries, librarianships, jobs, and also information from our own department. We also have a Facebook page, so I invite you to become part of that Facebook page. Okay, let me see if I can show it to you. And this is the department one. Here it is. Let me see if it loads. Okay, here is our web page, and we always are posting things that we do when we go to conferences, PLA, etc. So we can meet with what we do as marketing and what we are doing, etc. So please make sure you become part of our Department of Information and Library Science at Clarion website. This is a social media web technology that we're using to disseminate information on our department to reach more people and also to to market the department. So please make sure you become a friend or of our uh, Facebook page. But also, if you can follow me in Twitter, and we can communicate in Twitter. And if you follow me, I will follow you, of course. Okay, now let's go to communications to discussion. Okay, this is the first thing that you have to do is to tell me who you are, not only for my benefit, but for the benefit of our classmates. If you have a question, this is where you're going to put your question. And free for all means that any comment that you would like to share with your class, you're welcome to post it there. Of course, um, you have to be the judge of what you want to post. Usually, in my classes, students use free for all to post and to publish information on librarianship. But if you want to talk about sports or other things, you're welcome to. I don't. I don't. Uh, I read the post that and free for all. I have to read I am and ask a question, but free for all I only read what interests me. Okay, because this is for information outside the class. Okay, so here we have, and I once I put a PowerPoint and a lecture, I will open more spaces for asking questions and making comments on content, on class content. Then we have the graded participation because these three topics are not graded. But then we have graded participation. Here are the instructions on how this is going to be graded. We have 7. And finally, we have homework. And here are the 3 places where you're going to put your homework to be shared with your classmates. By the end of this short session of 5 weeks, then we will have the quiz or final exam that will open on July 2nd and will remain open till July 7th. I think this is going to be great. Every summer when I teach this class, my students are very satisfied, and also I am because we learn a lot, and I mean it's incredible the amount of information that we share during these 5 weeks with my students developing blogs or developing Instagram or developing Twitter or developing a Facebook page, on your own for your own professional development. Something that you can use a tool for marketing yourself. Okay. Maybe you can post there things that you do, how do you do it, classwork, etc. You can put your CV, etc. Many things that you can do in your own social media site, or you can do it for a library, etc. Okay. All right. I'm gonna cut this right now because I don't want to make it too long. Thank you so much.